Welcome back, YouTube. Today we have the extended 2 action movies are back by the Critical Drinker. I didn't even know he made this. My notifications are acting funny. Well, it's not acting funny. I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm about to hit 500 subscribers. Shout outs and thank you all so much for the support and love, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, man, let's see what he has to say about action movies coming back.
His way through dozens of disposable bad guys in a series of long take action sequences while fighting to rescue a kid from an Indian drug lord. It was the kind of simple, unpretentious, one-man army scenario that formed the basis of pretty much every 1980s action flick ever made. And in a time of formulaic, overblown superhero movies and dreary remakes, it was a neat little throwback to a simpler, more fun and carefree age of filmmaking. In fact, it was the movie that actually spawned the idea of the extra shot reviews on my second channel, so nice one, Extraction. So needless to say, I was excited at the prospect of a sequel, especially now when all those problems and gripes I had about modern movies are like 10 times worse than they were back in 2020. But then again, maybe I was hoping for a bit too much. I mean, could lightning really strike twice, or would Extraction become a victim of its own success as it tried to go bigger and better? Oh yeah! Extraction 2 is exactly what.
Bro, no, the best scene in that whole movie is when he picked up the minigun and he was shooting that cop to the house. Like, yeah! I was like, when he do the thing from Sylvester Stallone when he picked it. Yeah! Oh, that would have been so.
I was looking for in a sequel like this. A slicker and more refined product that improves on the spectacle and action of its predecessor while still maintaining the core elements that made it so effective in the first place. I mean, it's not exactly complex or thought-provoking, it doesn't delve into the mysteries of the human experience or provide deep insight into the world we live in today, and it absolutely doesn't give a shit about the message. And that is just fine by me, because I don't need or want it to do any of those things. What I do want to see is tough, cool, stoic heroes inflicting massive amounts of destruction and violence on the world around them, and that is exactly what we get. So let's dive right in, shall we? The movie once again focuses on Tyler Rake, an Australian Special Forces operative turned mercenary. The last time we saw him, he wasn't exactly looking his best after being shot, stabbed and blown up multiple times, and even thrown off a fucking bridge at the end of the movie. Nothing that a quick rescue by his partner Nick and a 30-second training montage can't put right though, and after a period of recuperation, Tyler's ready to get back in the fight. Which is just as well really, because before you can say convenient plot event, he's approached by Idris Elba to rescue his former sister-in-law and her 2 children from a prison in Georgia, where they're being held in custody with her abusive warlord husbands. Needless to say, Tyler's up for a good brawl and joins forces with Nick and her brother Yaz to break her out. Of course, nothing's ever simple in a film like this, and within about 2 minutes of making entry, Tyler and his crew.
It's funny, as I was watching these 2 movies, I'm probably gonna do my movie review on them tonight, because I've seen both of them already. I was slightly behind, sorry you guys. But I do my movie review today for it. But anyways, they never explain how she got in there with her kid. It's a prison. Like, how did she even get? How did her husband even get her in there? Like, what?
Are caught up in a full-scale war against the prison guards, the rioting inmates, local police and soldiers, choppers, and the Georgian mafia. And leading the hunt for them is Zurab, a ruthless Georgian crime boss out to avenge the death of his brother. And believe me, he'll stop at absolutely nothing to get what he wants. Just like its predecessor, or Nobody, or Sisu, Extraction 2 is what I can best describe as a hamburger movie. A simple, honest, unfussy kind of film that knows exactly what's expected of it, doesn't aspire to anything fancy or pretentious, and ultimately leaves you feeling pretty satisfied by the ends. The action sequences are fun, inventive, energetic, and beautifully violent. I mean, make no mistake, this is a mature action film intended for adults, not some bland, watered down, neutered piece of corporate trash, trying to appeal to every demographic that's ever existed, and probably star in everyone's safe bet, The Rock. The first movie was already pretty impressive with its long take and technically demanding set pieces, but Extraction 2 takes it to the next level with some genuinely awesome bits of fight choreography that use CGI sparingly to complement the practical action, not in some weird attempt to supplant it. The standout has got to be the almost 20-minute prison.
You know what's crazy? I had heard that he didn't want to come back and play as Thor because Thor has got too cartoony-ish. And he said that he preferred to work in live action movie with blood and, war, breaking bones and stuff like that. And I got a feeling if this movie that he's playing Extraction 2 makes a lot of money, I don't think he's going to come back and play Thor. Unless they make Thor Rated R or something where he's like fighting, ripping people's heads and stuff off. So, we'll see.
Break sequence that manages to maintain an almost constant tempo of action and destruction to the point where you feel almost as exhausted and burned out as the characters by the ends. But there's also plenty of other smaller set pieces peppered throughout the film. And honestly, I can't begin to tell you how much more gripping and
whoever threw that Molotov, bro, they must have had a grenade or something in that junk, because that junk exploded when he blocked it with that shit. I was like, yo, I know that we all know Molotovs explode. But the way that one exploded was like somebody put a grenade in there, then then lit it, and then threw it.
Entertaining it is to watch a human man fight his way through the middle of a prison riot, knowing how much rehearsal and prep work must have gone into these scenes compared to some headache-inducing CGI shitfest that has all the artistic merit of a blurry photograph of the Mona Lisa. The characters are well defined, understated, and portrayed by capable actors who know what they're doing. Hemsworth is clearly enjoying the chance to play an actual serious role for a change, instead of a bumbling cartoon clown directed by a 47-year-old child. It's kind of interesting how a lot of former MCU actors seem to be making the switch over to mature action movies. Some more successfully than others, if you know what I mean. Just like in the first movie, Tyler's a physical powerhouse who fights like a machine and absolutely...
Well, that's because Netflix is doing good when it comes to these action movies. But when it comes to these other people, I have no idea what to tell y'all on that. But as far as I know, Netflix has been doing a damn good job lately.
Refuses to quit no matter how much punishment he takes. He's a totally hard bastard that actually looks like he can handle himself in a fight, but there's also an emotional depth to his character that gradually reveals how he became the man he is today. It's not exactly deep or introspective, but it's enough to keep him grounded and human. He's well balanced out by Nick, his partner in crime, who's smart, capable and loyal, and clearly not afraid to get her hands dirty, but never really overshadows or belittles him. You never get the sense that the filmmakers are trying to push another generic, strong female character that can magically outperform the boys just to score some cheap applause on social media. She's tough and resilient, but again, the film's pretty realistic about what she can actually do against people that are bigger and stronger than her. Holy shit, a movie with a strong, capable, dangerous, and unapologetically masculine male lead, backed up by a likeable and realistically powerful female partner who doesn't exist solely to mock and deconstruct him. A movie that doesn't feel the need to throw in quippy Joss Whedon dialogue every 30 seconds, or undercut every dramatic scene with ironic, self-deprecating postmodern...
When he kicked that dude to that brick wall and his head hit them bricks like that, I was like, yo, he is dead. Or either he's dead or he got a fat concussion.
Humor. A movie that gleefully serves up bucket loads of guns, explosions, car chases, and brutal fistfights without meekly apologizing for glorifying violence. A movie that actually understands...
Yeah, they are right about that. They didn't make this woman a strong female character. She's kind of like Chris Hemsworth's Catwoman. Yeah, she's just there to like back him up, but she's good and crafty.
Respects its target audience and gives them exactly what they want. By George, if this kind of craziness were to spread through the rest of Hollywood, maybe they wouldn't be staring down the barrel of a summer of flops and disappointments. If I had to level any criticisms at Extraction 2, I'd say that the family drama stuff with Tyler's sister-in-law can start to drag at times, because we don't get to know those characters well enough to really get invested in them. It doesn't exactly ruin the film, and there's definitely times when even I welcomed a reprieve from all the action scenes, but I think it is one of the weaker aspects of the movie. Honestly, it's a real shame this movie never got a theatrical release, because compared to the other bilge that's coming out this year, I think it would find itself with a pretty healthy audience. Either way, for me, movies like this are a sign that the times are very much.
They could have made a lot of money off of this if this came out in theaters. Like you would have think Netflix is all about making money. They ain't trying to share that shit. I don't think Netflix wants to be part of what Hollywood got going on right now, and that's probably why.
Much changing in Hollywood, with the bloated, oversaturated and massively expensive superhero genre now in its messy and embarrassing death throes. The field is very much open for smaller, more grounded and mature action films like this to make a major comeback. And if Extraction 2 is a taste of what's to come, then sign me up because I'm fucking ready for it. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Yeah, this was a good movie, dude. Like I found myself sitting down and enjoying it, and I had no complaints, but I was actually sitting in my seat like yeah, and I loved it. Like I completely loved it. I had a great time watching this movie. What I did was, a lot of people think this is going to be funny, but this is actually what I did. I actually waited till 2 came out, and then I binge watched both of them at the same time. So I watched the first one, then I watched the second one. Then I get my review on both of them at the same time. I just be like, okay, I'll review both of them, but my review gonna be up for it tonight. Yeah, man. I would tell y'all go watch it because it's good. It's no woke shit in there. It's none of that bullshit that we've been seeing in modern age movies these days. It is good shit. It's some good shit. Sorry for the cursing, but that's how good that movie is. But anyways, guys, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, man. If I hit 1,000 at the end of this year, bro, I'm gonna literally buy a PS5 just so I can smash it, so you guys can watch me smash it. Or I might just do a giveaway. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the love, man. I really appreciate it. And I see you guys next time, man. Oh, make sure I hit that like button and subscribe. Fast. The infected or
Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share mine.
No! Don't take it off! Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop!
What?
No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, you see? Fuck. Dina. Shit. Can you run?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's fucking go!
oh, she never told Dina.
Go! Don't! Run, Dina!
Ellie!
Oh my god, too many
Right
people.
here! Don't slow down!
This way! Hurry! Fuck!
She
Go
had
right!
those too.
Come on!
Go with her. She's pregnant. For real? When you're pregnant and you have a baby in your stomach, you can't really move around.
Hey. What do you say we rest in that theater?
That sounds so fucking good.
Almost there.
It's like Eddie didn't tell her she was immune. She didn't tell her she was pregnant. Damn.
I got you. Here. Got it? All right, we're good. Come
You want to tell me what's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores.
I told you. I'm immune.
Okay, you're immune? Come on.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened.